Hello, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Hustle and Claw here on Encounter Roleplay. I am your host and your person who plays all the monsters. I'm your director today, Savvy, and we're here to play iHunt, as some of you just heard me talking about in the tunnel before the show. Welcome. I'm so glad you are here with us live. Wonderful. We've already hit 2 of our sub goals, and I don't really know what to do with this information, except once again to say thank you to everybody who just subbed or gifted a bunch of subs. One of you who's sitting virtually right next to me. Thank you. That's wonderful. So we're going to put those in the bank. I'm going to give your cast 2 extra selfies. We'll talk about those big moods and stuff, and hopefully be able to share them with you. But they're going to get some extra advancements for their characters, which I love. So we'll talk about those in just a moment. Welcome, everybody. We are here today playing iHunt, a wonderful, wonderful game made by our friends at Machine Age Productions that we love. So thank you to them for making this great game and also being here with us and all of that great stuff. If you are in the chat with us live, you can do things like subscribe and donate subs to influence the game. We have a live tweet that is out right now. Once we hit 20 retweets, we'll start by giving out a boon, something good to your wonderful cast members here. At 30, I'll get something that I can use against them. At 40 retweets, we will come back around, so do that. You can also donate for different things, including big crits, pet pals. We made it one whole episode without me having to give anyone a pet. If you would like to give them a pet, you can donate to do that. Those are always really, really fun and love them. And then also the sub goal for selfies. We're gonna find some fun places to add those in today. You all also are welcome, my players, if you find a good moment to take a selfie today, shout it out and we'll do it because I love it. Let's see. If you're live with us here on Twitch and you want to make some clips of things you enjoy about the show, things you find funny, moments you find particularly great, please clip them and please put them in the Discord. Because we love to watch them, and also because we have a clip of the week every week. And this week, it might be yours. Same with our YouTube. Even if you are live with us here, these videos do go up on the Encounter Roleplay YouTube channel every week. So head over there, you can subscribe to that channel, like the videos, leave us a comment. We love to hear from you and love to hear about things that you like about our shows and also things you want to see in them. Do that, and we also have a comment of the week as well as a clip of the week. So do those things. Thanks, everybody. Let's see. I'm going to stop talking for a moment and let these wonderful people around me introduce themselves and tell you who they are and who they are playing today. So let's start with Celeste and we'll go around.
Hi there, I'm Celeste. I use they, or he pronouns. I am playing Yuna, who uses she, her pronouns. And Yuna had a great Halloween getting to kill some monsters with her date mate and other friends, of course. And now we are going to see about the cleanup. Maybe. We'll see.
All right, and I'm Morgan, also known as Imagine Matrix everywhere on the internet. I go by she, her pronouns, and so does Terry, who I am playing. Terry is feeling pretty good about herself after that zombie fight, and ready to see what's going on and if they can get that extra cash.
Oh, okay. It's me next. Hi, I'm Drac, or Draconics. I use he, him pronouns as well. And today I am playing Eos, who also uses he, him pronouns. And last session was great for him. he stole a katana from a rich frat boy and then beheaded a zombie. So like, I don't know. I think it doesn't really get better from here on. Honestly, he might just retire after this, to be honest. But yeah.
Well, hi, I'm Rindis. I use he/him pronouns, and I will be playing Ashton Dixon, aka Ash, and they use they/them pronouns. I really enjoyed last session with all the great costumes we got to put on. Had a little makeout session, made some money, and hashtag knife drone, everyone.
So everyone, my name's Elise. I am D&D Elise on the social media, and I'm a published DMs Guild writer of the D&D 5e content. I play Marceline. Today she's rocking her TDR Dragon Squad shirt for all you Dragon Squad folks out there. She had a bunch of fun with hacking the runaway forklift last time. She's hanging out in the camera commands, kind of wondering what kind of white collar crime could be going on with the people who own this building.
All right, that is our wonderful cast. And I am your director. I'm Savvy, Savvy Seaworth on the internet. And we are going to get started with a little recap of last time, some of which, the fun parts at least, you all have filled in for me, which is lovely. So last time on Hustle and Claw, the team, made some money just all on their own. They started out making their own jobs, and I love it. You went to a Halloween party at the Sigma Chi fraternity house, spent some time hustling, promoting their tutoring services, doing some tarot card readings, and also just generally having some fun on someone else's dime. Always a good feeling. Later that night, you took your first time-sensitive gig, dealing with some hungry dead for a tech startup owner who had several employees attacked and killed. One survived 2 nights in a row, right in their cubicles, while they were crunching for the next day. They're dead. You located a group of hungry dead in the basement with the help of a drone and some very loud music, lured them out into the parking lot, and they were very easily dispatched through aerosol fire, a drone with a knife taped to it, a katana, and a hacked forklift careening through the parking lot. So I feel like it was a really good start, all in all. And that pretty much is where we're going to pick up today. So currently, the group of you are split. Some of you finishing cleanup, some of you heading inside to find out where the hungry dead are coming from to try to get that bonus cash for finding the source. But before I ask you what the heck it is you're doing, we had one selfie that we didn't get to do last time because Jack had to leave us a little early. So what was Eos's big mood from last time?
Absolutely hashtag like a samurai. When he beheaded the zombie, it was horrifying after it sank in, but in that moment it felt pretty badass, and I think that's my big mood moment. Hashtag like a samurai.
Love it. Hashtag like a samurai. So we'll add that to your scrapbook. All right. We've got a selfie there for you from last time. So we are going to pick up Marcy and Terry. I know we're headed back inside to the sort of computer security area. The other 3 of you, what you doing?
We've got cleanup to do. We should really start looking for a mop, maybe. A lot of fire, a lot of ash.
Yeah, there's probably more mops in the supply closet. There are also bodies there, so you probably need to clean up there as well.
Should we dig something to torch all of this and make sure they don't get back up? Like a
I
get
mean-
outside or something.
I'm not against that.
Morbid for a. Okay. Yeah. I'll look for a shovel. Start digging a mass grave. Burn these zombies in. They're not people anymore, right? That's not weird.
I mean, let's not get into like the philosophy of things. Let's just do the
Right.
job.
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
If we don't laugh about it, it'll be trauma later.
I feel like if you talk to a therapist about that, they would very much disagree. But I mean, yeah, okay.
Okay. I'll go find a shovel.
Yeah, I'll go help her find a shovel as well.
All right. Yeah, I think you all can do that very fairly easily. There's some different stuff sort of sitting around in this closet. There's a couple of mops. There's a shovel. So I guess you go out back of the building and start digging. It's going to take you a little while. There are about 7 of them. So you dig a pit and light them up. Yeah. Is there any other cleanup you would like to do?
I mean, how did my mopping go? Like, did I clean everything up when I was mopping at first? There's still some left.
I'm trying to think. Because y'all weren't in there for that long before you found them. There's probably still some mopping to do if you want to do a thorough job. And then there's the closet problem.
Oh yeah. In that case, I probably like when Ash and anyone else who's helping is digging the mass grave. I want to go to the closet and just start like carrying bodies out and picking them up and like dropping them into the grave.
Okay. Yeah, between the 3 of you, if the 3 of you want to contribute, you can get this done. You're all, at least 2 of you are fairly strong folk. I don't actually know how Ash is doing on athletics. I feel like athlete is one of your
Athletics?
skills too.
They have a 1 in athlete.
Oh, that's pretty
They're
good.
getting by. Yeah.
Better than me. Yeah. Between the 3 of you, you can get that done fairly quickly. How you all feel about it is not up to me, but physically you're okay. No one was really injured or anything. I don't think they got any of you. So yeah, you're doing okay. Sort of finish that up, supervise the fire for a while. Eos probably making his way back inside to finish up the mopping of the floors. Meanwhile, Marcy and Terry, you've gone back to the computers. What is it you are looking for?
I probably like talk really quietly, so I'm like, so Terry, do you think we should snoop in the boss man's office or cubicle? Or should we head down to the basement? Because I really like there's something sketchy going on with whoever runs this company.
Yeah, I really think the basement's gonna have something for us, but I don't know if just the 2 of us by ourselves should go there. So maybe we check out up here first, just see if there's anything we can find, and then see if our friends are done cleaning up and want to accompany us.
I like how you think. Let's do it. And I kind of on the camera screens real quick to make sure like nothing down there is creeping around. And like, do we have an idea of where kind of like the big boss's office might be?
Yeah. You scan the cameras real quick. At one point you see Eos sort of come back in the front and resume mopping after carrying a bunch of bodies sort of one at a time out the door. But that's the only thing you see on the cameras. But yeah, you're on the 2nd floor of the building currently, and sort of down the hallway from you there are like 2 bigger offices and then like a couple of conference rooms.
Okay, so I feel a little freaked out still, even though the coast looks clear. Is there anything around, like an improvised weapon, like a broom handle?
Yeah, sure. Probably like at some point, a broom got
Okay.
propped up in the corner, so you can grab that. So
I'm trying
Marcy,
to feel like sneaky.
all right,
So-
Marcy, holding a broom, moving quietly down the hallway towards the offices, since you know where they are. We've just hit our first retweet goal, so thank you everybody for doing that. So for the cast for the next encounter that you have the edge to start with, so don't forget. And I will try to remind you as well. So yeah, Marcy, you go sort of creeping down the hallway. Terry, you go with her?
Yes, and I think Terry has like two of her extra kitchen knives, like one in each hand, just in case.
Okay. This is a good mental image. So yeah, the two of you go kind of creeping down the hall, broom and knives in hand. You make it to the first office, which, based on Marcy, you had looked at sort of the what am I trying to say? The layout of the building.
Your screen central.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know the layout of the building a little bit at this point. So this first office a little bit smaller than the second one, the one on the corner. You open the door, sort of quietly peek in. You don't see anything, so you all can sort of look around. There's not a whole lot in here. There's a couple of bookshelves up against one wall, and one end there's kind of a large wooden desk, computer on it. Not a whole lot in this one. The second office you can creep down to as well is bigger. There are sort of more shelves, a desk, drawers. There's also a couple of filing cabinets pressed up into one corner. So you all can snoop around if you would like.
And are there
Yes.
cameras in these two rooms? Would I have known that
Mhm.
from looking at the hall?
Yeah. Yeah, there's sort of like a single camera in the corner of each room.
I'll act like I'm trying to smack a fly on the wall so I can knock the camera to point toward the ceiling or something. And I'll yell, "I got it!"
Okay.
So it looks possibly innocent.
Okay. Do I? I don't know that it's interesting if you fail this. Yeah, I don't think you have to roll for this.
Okay.
Terry, you see Marcy sort of walk over towards the corner, look around very dramatically, and then just whack, and the camera goes sort of turning to the side, so it's pointing at the wall.
Coast is clear.
Oh, right. That sure was a way to do that. Well, I guess I'll start looking in these file cabinets then.
Yeah, and I'll probably poke around the desk.
Okay. Oh my gosh, that made me laugh. Yeah, you start poking around the office a little bit. The files, Terry, as far as you can tell, are pretty standard. There is employee files, sort of employment information, that kind of thing, copies of different contracts. Generally, it's what you would expect to be in the cabinets. Excuse me. Marcy, you start poking around the desk. There's not a whole lot sitting on top of it. There is a computer. There are a few drawers you can open up. Inside, most of them are personal effects. There's, pens, sort of a couple of papers, that kind of thing.
And these kind of seem like more supervisory type offices, you think? What do you think, Terry?
Yeah, Yeah, I'm not finding anything unusual here.
Computer, what do you think?
Computer?
Yeah, maybe they have some like weird files on what's happening here. Maybe.
See if they have a file labeled "Do not open" and try that.
Little taxes. So I pull out a flash drive, like something that has software on it that allows me to like files. When I pull it out, it wipes everything. So I'm plugging that in. I'm like logging in. So I'll try to use my hacker ability to see if I can find any hidden files or files that have interesting file names as suggested by
Okay.
Terry. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and roll. You can add your hacker skill to that.
Okay. So that'll be 3.
Okay. Yeah, I think that is fine for this. That is good. Yes, you hack into the computer. Getting into the computer itself is easy for you. And it's small potatoes. If you get in, sort of start looking around, there is a file on the desktop labeled taxes. It's just tax forms. There's just tax forms in it. Yeah, you look around, you find, I mean, there's lots of stuff on here, lots of different files. Most of it, again, is sort of like copies, digital copies of employment records, things like that. But you are able to get into the email, parts of which are encrypted. I think Marcy would probably say. You don't have a hard time getting in, and you find the email of one Andrew Garrison, who hired you. You start going through...
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, you're good. You start going through the emails. At first, you don't find anything. There's a lot of them. It looks like the man never deletes anything. You find sort of a couple of files buried in other files that you do have to actually decrypt to be able to get into. Again, you can do this, and you find a few emails from a company called Invictus Technologies. The most recent ones are not pleasant. They are very angry emails from a man named Aaron Bailey, some of them bordering on threatening. You get the impression, sort of scanning through them very quickly, that this is another technology company that is very nearby, tried to work out some kind of deal, some sort of either merger or takeover or buyout or something like that, and it didn't go well, and he's not happy about it. So yeah.
Okay. And did it kind of share anything about like, oh, this is what we're gonna do in return from either of the sides, or is it kind of ambiguous?
It's pretty ambiguous. You get the impression that sort of whatever they were laying out, Garrison was not going for it.
I snap a few pictures of these emails and then put them in the pocket.
Okay.
I like anything else you think we should look for? What do you think?
I'm not sure what else we would find in here if that's all you found on the computer, and files are all personnel and usual things. So if you'd like, we can see if the others are done cleaning and check out that basement.
Let's do it.
Okay. So the two of you make your way out, shutting the door behind you, turning the computer off again. Make your way downstairs as the cleanup is coming to a close. It looks much cleaner down here. I'm not going to make you all roll for cleaning. You made the effort, and I'm proud of you. Yeah,
wow, it's almost like there are no dead bodies here.
Yeah, I've still got a bit of blood on me, but I think the paint is gonna cover dry clean at least. So
Oh, and then some. We should be pretty good and get you some new clothes.
All right. Well,
And I
did you
can't
guys want to
get
come
out.
check out that basement?
yeah,
Yeah,
Sounds
we
good to
still
me.
need to figure out what's going on. That was a bonus.
Well,
so.
Marcy
Nice.
found some emails. Tell them about those emails, Marcy.
I'll kind of move out of the view of any of the cameras in the area. I'll kind of like pull out my phone and be like, check this out, guys, and show them everything.
Oh, okay. Do you think this is like a sabotage kind of thing, like corporate sabotage?
It would make sense.
Especially if it's another tech company.
Especially one that
Do you
got
have to-
screwed out of a lot of money.
Do we have to deal with the problem, or just find out what the problem is?
He just
I
wanted
think
us
just
to find
out
it.
what it is.
Okay, because that sounds like I don't think we're getting paid enough to actually deal with it, in my opinion.
Oh no, I don't think any of us know how to take down a major corporation.
Yeah, no.
I mean,
imagine
I've
it would still be
dabbled.
fire.
If I send it to the independent. But yeah, anyway, I'm ready to head down to the basement when everyone else is.
Yeah, let's head down. Hopefully, there's
Everyone
no.
have weapons?
Yeah, I got my katana. I like show my probably still blood-soaked katana.
I've still got a perfectly fresh tire iron.
I just kind
I
of hold
still have
up
some
knife
knives
thrown.
and fire. Oh, cool. All right. I suppose we should go then.
Yeah.
All right. So, various weapons in hand. The five of you head down toward the hallway towards that metal door, push it open and down into the basement. Let's do spooky for basement. All right. So you make your way down into this sort of dark space. Down the stairs, it is sort of cramped down here. The hallways are narrow and sort of go off around a few different corners. So like you had seen before, right? Ash, you had seen this briefly through the camera on the drone. It sort of starts out in this one a little bit larger room with lots of shelves, sort of boxes of files, lots of things just kind of put down here and forgotten. And then there are a couple of hallways sort of snaking off different directions. Ash, which you know also holds some like files and storage. There are sort of filing cabinets as well. Lots of storage down here, as well as an old, currently seemingly out of use boiler room.
I think check the boiler room first and kind of spread out files if we need to look through them.
Sounds good to me. I'm just gonna it's like bang on one of like if there's a filing cabinet or something, I'm gonna bang on it just to make a little noise and see if we hear any reaction. Just in case
I
there's
don't
some
draw
like
anything out.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you sort of reach out with the side of your hand, holding the katana, kind of bang on one of the metal file cabinets and kind of rattles for a second, and then settles, and you all listen. You don't hear anything.
Okay. So we at the very least don't have any other hungry dead around.
Hopefully not. Unless there's a particularly quiet one.
I mean, I have heard about a little bit more sentient ones. I wouldn't be surprised if they were smarter as well.
That could be a problem. Well, let's start searching.
Files aren't my thing, so can I I'll just check the boiler room. Anyone wanna come with me?
I'll go with you.
Should we send the drone ahead just to kind of like see what's in there
Yeah, we can.
for safety?
Knife drone will take care of that.
So,
For safety.
Are we calling it
No,
knife drone
no.
now? Is that
Oh yeah,
is that the official
absolutely.
name now? No, knife drone. Okay.
I'm squishy.
Right.
I die easy.
Yeah, knife drone. It's a good boy. And I'll fire up knife drone and get it going forward.
Okay. Yeah, you all wait in the quiet as Ash turns on the still a little busted but usable knife drone, who was the only one of you I managed to hurt. I had forgotten about that. And you send a knife drone, a little wobbly, but moving forward, sort of around the corners, looking down the hallways through the camera. You don't see anything moving around. You sort of make your way into the boiler room with the drone. It looks like it's been out of use for a long time. Yeah. It looks just like you remember it, minus all of the shambling, hungry dead.
Not much else in here.
Well, I guess in that case we should. Those of us with a bit more perception skills than drone probably could take a look around. It might be like a hidden thing. There must be a reason why they're all like kind of congregated in the boiler room, right?
Mm-hmm. Might have been where he was keeping them, but it might also be the source of what started it.
Yeah.
Could also be drawn to
Understood.
darkness, heat. I don't know. Maybe they're cold-blooded.
I mean, that does make sense. They could be. Okay, I'm gonna head in.
But they... Yeah, I'll go with you.
Yeah, Eo's kind of hand on the like the hilt of his new blade. He's having way too much fun with. Kind of heads in with Terry. Seen following suit.
Okay. Yeah, so Eos and Terry, you head in and check out the boiler room. There's not much in here at first glance. You sort of look around the corners, the old boiler, again, cold, not in use. You look around sort of the walls. You don't see anything at first,
Shut
and
that door, you
then Terry,
Sorry, just
Terry sort of edge around one side of the boiler, and you see where there was a grate on the wall, sort of a couple of feet by a couple of feet, that has been removed and is. You wouldn't notice it at first unless you were sort of specifically looking, but you're specifically looking. That has been sort of taken, and it has been detached and is kind of just leaning up against the wall.
Hey, Eos.
Yeah?
Come look at this. I think I may have found the source.
Oh, okay. And yeah, as approach, and I guess I see the grate as well. Okay, so were they like crawling out of there, or did someone crawl in?
I'm assuming that they were all crawling out from here, and wherever this leads may be the source of this whole debacle. So we could send Knife Drone in, see what's up. I could fit in there. I don't know if you would. I don't know if I would want to go by myself, so...
Yeah, that's fair. Let's send Knife Drone first, and at least figure out where it leads. And then we can just go there the normal way. not calling for event if possible.
And at the very least, we can seal up this grate again, and hopefully nothing else will come out of it.
I'm gonna pull out my phone and just like take a picture real quick, just as actual evidence that something this grate was open and it was most likely where the zombies came out of.
Hey, Ash.
Yeah.
Can we have your and Knife Drone's assistants in here, please?
Absolutely, coming. And she'll kind of saunter, or they'll come bring the backpack down and carry over Knife Drone. What's up?
Can you see right behind the boiler here, that grate? Or what should have been a grate?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll switch Knife Drone over to night vision mode and then send them down.
Okay, yeah, you turn on the night vision on the camera. You sort of pull the grate away, put it to the side, and send the drone in. This space is it's big enough that I think most of you sort of one at a time could probably fit through if you wanted to. Eos, I think you would be uncomfortable. Not that that's a comfortable situation for anyone to be in, but I think you're sort of much bigger than everyone else. But yeah, you send the drone in, and it starts to make its way through what looks like sort of an old duct system. It goes for a moment, kind of weaving back and forth. You don't see anything, and then at one point, it cuts off to the right. And as the drone sort of zips around the corner, you see where there is essentially a hole that has been put in the wall, leading into this currently unused duct system, leading into a tunnel. It looks like it's been dug out.
Yeah, here's your problem. Looks like there's another tunnel and something got in here. Looks like there might be enough room for us to go in too.
Yeah. Now the question is, do we go in or do we cut our losses? Because that is a little bit spooky, which I assume is appropriate for tonight, but...
Oh yeah, it's
I guess
Halloween. Oh god, that was okay. If we call in, I would like to be last, because I might get stuck, and I would like someone around to at least. I like to be either last or like second to last. Someone that needs to try and pull me out or push me out. Either way would just be nice.
Should we see if the director's in a different building, if your building that is, and we go in like that method? Because maybe campus and they have a bunch of buildings.
Could we like roll to try and figure out where that tunnel is?
I don't want to get stuck in there like we need
Sure.
to.
How far
Facing zombies.
Like how far can Knife Drone go before like I assume we like lose contact with him? So apparently we're personifying Knife Drone.
Peter to like boost the signal.
I said Knife Drone is just as much a part of his team.
Exactly, a valuable member of the team.
Knife Drone's taking more hits than we have.
It's our first pet pal, and we didn't even have to pay for it.
I got a name, Ash. What's his name?
We should do a poll to name Knife Drone. At Rin's approval of the name, because it's your drone. That would be fun. Let's get some name suggestions in the chat. We'll see. How far can Knife Drone go? Do you have any sort of like distance or any aspects of it?
It didn't list having a distance on it. I imagine like drone rules, it's probably needs to be able to keep the control signal, and we're going underground and stuff, so probably not far.
Okay. Yeah,
think-
that makes sense
I
to
think
me.
Ash would have to stay close to keep control of
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense to me. So yeah, you can. I mean, it's good for situations like this. It probably doesn't go super far, but yeah, from the parking lot to the back of the building was fine. So we'll say about that. I'm terrible with measurements, so we'll just wing it as far as that
Yeah,
goes. But
sure.
yeah, you as far as like you're not sure sort of where this tunnel goes or how far, especially being underground. So you would probably want to go in with it just to be safe.
Yeah, it's expensive. I don't want to lose it.
Yes, that's very fair.
Okay. And Terry, you had mentioned rolling. I don't know. Do you all have a skill that you would want to apply to the situation?
I have investigator. Like, I assume to like think of my knowledge of the area and what direction Knife Drone went to try and figure out where that tunnel might be.
Okay. Yeah, I'd buy that. Let's do it.
Cool. Let's see, and that's a 2 plus 2.
Okay, so 4 total. Yeah, that is plenty. You sort of watching, taking into account when you from the front of the building, when you came down the stairs, what direction you're facing, and sort of watching the camera with Ash and tracking the turns that Knife Drone, to be named, has made. You start to work it out in your brain. You think that based on the turns that were made, this tunnel is facing the back of the building. And you know that in this complex, sort of behind this building, there are a couple of others back there. They're bigger than these and sort of nicer. I don't know that you know sort of what the companies are, but if you were to go out, you could make your way around there and take a guess. There's only like 2 of them. That is making the assumption that the tunnel is going straight from where you are.
I pull out like DuckDuckGo on my phone with a map of the area to kind of like help out the team.
So how
Yeah, I
are
was
we doing
gonna
this?
say,
Like,
let's.
it's calling to
I can take the lead since I've got to keep a control on Knife Drone. And as long as somebody a little more punchy is right behind me if I need to duck.
I'll be right behind you. But you're used to that, right?
we're on a job. Are we?
Yeah, and I've been
no,
cracking
let them-
jokes all night.
Yeah, let them flirt.
Okay.
Flirting on the job is a little bit more fun, so.
So Ash and Yuna, you guys are crawling through the vents. Are we all crawling through the vents, or are we?
Well, I'm sure as hell not letting them go alone, so...
I feel better with
How
everybody.
about... Yeah, I think I feel better with everyone too. But at least we know somewhat of an idea of where it leads to. So if we have an emergency, we may be able to get out quickly.
Sounds good to me.
So we're sending Ash, Yuna. Marcy, do you want to go before or after me?
I'm in psychic. I'll choose.
Yeah.
I don't mind watching the back, I
Okay.
guess. So
I've got the lead, so we'll be all right.
All right, let's do it
Just
then.
get my broom.
Okay. Marcy's still got her broom. Love it. So we're gonna have Ash, Knife Drone and Ash, followed by Yuna, Terry around the middle, and then we'll have Eos and Marcy bring up the end of the group. So our crawling order, it is not comfortable. It's not particularly fun. This is sort of an old metal duct system that you are making your way through. Eos especially, you don't feel like, well, you might feel like you're gonna get stuck. You won't get stuck, but you are really sort of crammed in there. Your shoulders sort of dragging against the sides, but you all continue on. Ash following Knife Drone, and you make your way sort of through these ducts. A couple of times you hear sort of scratching sounds on the metal, any little feet here or there. But you don't encounter anything. You make your way through. It's a short distance. It probably feels like much longer than it is, especially making your way around these corners. But you make your way to where there has essentially been busted out somehow a hole in this wall. And Ash, you first, and everybody following behind, sort of crawl out. And there's enough room in here for most of you to stand. Eos, you're sort of a little cramped, but you can stand up. And you're in a weird dark tunnel.
This is a little cozy.
Getting weird.
That's a word for it.
Shall we take a picture of the tunnel entrance and then continue onward?
Yeah. They're like, that was a great idea documenting all of this. Keep them coming.
Yeah, I'll brandish my broom and stand guard while everyone does this.
All right. You take some pictures. I am going to, since we've hit another sub goal, and you all are welcome to suggest these as well, but we've got 3 selfies that I want to work in. I'm going to call crawling through the scary vents a big mood.
Yeah.
For today.
Hashtag sardine gang.
You all, that's perfect. Yeah, you all take a selfie, or some of you do, but all of you can reap the rewards from this. You take a selfie having crawled out of this tunnel, labeling it, as Yuna has aptly put it, hashtag sardine gang. That's a big mood. Wonderful. So yeah, you all, you document this and you start to make your way down this tunnel. It is extremely dark in here. It is very hard to see except from sort of the light of your cell phones, all of which have flashlights on them. You are welcome to use if you would like. Illuminating this tunnel. It's mostly dirt. It doesn't look like it's been sort of reinforced with anything. It looks like something just kind of dug straight through here into the basement of Garrison Technologies. So you make your way down, and eventually you hit the end. The tunnel just does kind of go straight through. It's weird. It's kind of cold in here. It's dark, and it is like eerily quiet. But you make your way through, and at the end of the tunnel, you find what looks like a sort of like another hole in something, and then a large like wooden pallet that from the other side has been like leaned up against this hole to kind of seal it off.
Well, that's suspicious.
I mean, we're in a tunnel that was dug up or something. I think that's, at this point, this is the least suspicious thing we've come across.
With my role, would I be able to tell if we were under, like, close to the buildings or if we veered off somewhere, or nah?
I think you can assume that you were going in the direction that you thought you were going to be. That tunnel, once you sort of got into the actual tunnel, as far as you can tell, there weren't any like, large curves or anything like that. So as far as you can tell, it went pretty straight across, which would have gone towards those other buildings in the park.
Well, this might be another way out. But I think everyone should ready weapons just in case.
Yeah.
Definitely. Actually, want to send Laughter in ahead, or do you want me to go ahead? It doesn't look as tight as events. I don't mind this time.
Go on ahead. Knife Drone's got your back.
Yeah, so you're just gonna move that out of the way and let's go ahead.
Okay. So Eos, you sort of move in, kind of pushing gently on the sides of this pallet. It's heavy, but you can manage to sort of reach in, kind of grab around the edges and slide it. You kind of push it over to the side, just giving you enough room to slip in. And you find yourself in another basement. It's dark. It is quiet. You don't hear anything at first, except Knife Drone buzzing along behind you and into the room as well. You can take out your phone, sort of shine the flashlight around, and it looks like you're in some kind of like a large like storage closet. There's some shelves kind of on either side of you with like some tote bins and boxes and different things, and then a door a few feet in front of you.
Once I look around and see that there doesn't seem to be anything dangerous, I'll probably like peek back through the entrance and say, "It seems clear. We just seem to be in the storage closet," and wait for everyone else to slip onto it.
Terry snaps another picture just in case, and then follows in.
Okay, you follow in. Everyone else, cram into the closet.
Yeah.
All right, so you all get into this closet. Eos at the front. You can open this other door and see where it leads you. It's a sort of metal door. You pull on the handle, unlocked, kind of crack it open, and look. Sirens outside. I'm so sorry. It scared me. You crack open the door and sort of look in, and you see a room that is sort of very different than the basement that you left. You can step out into it onto a white tile floor. It is dimly lit in here. There are sort of emergency lights running around the edge of the room, sort of around the baseboards. And you look around, and it looks like a lab of some kind. There are a few sort of metal tables with some equipment that most of you probably don't recognize on those. Some of them you do, some of them basic tools, Marcy, some electronics, things like that, and then some other stuff that you don't really know what it is. And then sort of on the far wall, illuminated by these dim lights that are running around the floor, you see these tall, sort of half finished, one of them mostly finished, and then a couple of others that it looks like are being worked on. These tall, sort of glass encased pods.
This looks straight out of a horror movie.
This might possibly be the source. Probably.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be taking pictures of everything.
Okay.
And I might investigate.
Around for cameras. I'm gonna look for cameras just to make sure.
I'll investigate all the equipment there, I guess. Like what kind of stuff's
Okay.
there?
Okay. Yeah, so you all start looking around. Eos, at first glance, you don't see any cameras down here. If they are here, there, very well hidden. But you don't see any sort of none on the ceiling or anything like that, like you would be used to. Terry, you start making your way around, taking pictures, and Marcy looking at the equipment. As you make your way over to the different tables, there's lots of stuff here. Let's see. Is anybody... Let me take a look here. And now we've got a couple of you that have investigator. Anybody well versed in like medic?
I mean, I've got a +2 in medic.
Uh,
I have a
got
+2 in medic.
I have a +3 in medic.
Okay.
But if one of you want to roll, you
yeah.
can.
Oh no!
No, you've got the higher chance. Go for it.
Yeah, +3, please.
Yeah, Terry, just go ahead and roll it for me as you're sort of making your way around, taking pictures, trying to figure out what in the heck is going on.
Okay. That's a 5.
Oh, that's really good. Superb, even. Yeah, I was gonna set it at a 4, so that's great. You sort of making your way around with Marcy, using some of her technological experience as well, looking at the different components and sort of these half-built pieces of equipment in this pod that is sitting there, taking pictures. You start to sort of put everything together. As you make your way over to that corner of the room, you find a bunch of medical equipment as well, and it looks like a lot of it has been sort of taken apart and put back together a few different ways. Some of it they're using as like components for these pods, and as you start to sort of connect the dots together, the way that they've sort of integrated these different components in, it looks like they are trying to use these pods to potentially keep things alive.
All right. So from what I can tell, this equipment is generally meant to keep things going, if you know what I mean. I'm pretty sure this is our source. I think we have enough information to bring to Mr. Garrison, if you guys want to get out of here, because I know I certainly do.
Is there anything else in this building?
In the building?
Because maybe we should figure out what this building is. Like, some clues who's running it.
Hold on. I'm gonna look at some of the equipment and see if there's any, like, property labels on there, like, this item is property of X corporation, do not remove.
Yeah, and make sure
That's
it's
a
not
good
matched.
idea.
So make sure it's not, like, stolen equipment. Is there another door in here?
Yeah, there is another door leading out somewhere.
So done investigating, so I might poke my head out the door.
Okay. Yeah, as you start to look around, Marcy, you go towards the other door, sort of poke your head out of it. Essentially, you find yourself in a short, sort of like dark hallway, at the end of which there is a set of stairs leading up, probably into the rest of the building.
I poke my head back and like, should we send the drone up the stairs? And kind of look from afar. So that way we have like a solid case.
Yeah, I've got him. He's going up. I'll wheel the drone up. We'll take a look around.
Okay, you send the drone up the stairs. There's one of those like narrow sort of windows on the door upstairs, which you can see through, and you sort of see out into a large office space. Nicer and bigger than the one that you came from, but an office space nonetheless. Lots of cubicles, lots of computers, and you can kind of see part of a logo on the wall. It's hard to see from this angle, but it looks as though the building is empty. Yuna, as you are sort of looking around, going through the equipment on the table that Marcy had pointed out, you pick up a few things. None of them sort of labeled right away, but you do notice a like a tool case that has been like emptied and set off to the side. You can flip it over, and sort of emblazoned across the front of it. It says it's a large logo of Invictus Technology.
Mystery solved, gang. What the hell out of here?
I think if Yuna points that out, I would take a photo of that as well. Just compile as much evidence as we can, and possibly blackmail material. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, back that up to Cloud.
Just keep my face out of the shot. Like, seriously.
No, yeah, you're good. You're good.
All right, so between all of you, you get several photos, with Marcy planning to back them all up just in case. And let's see, Terry, you were the one sort of making your way around the room, so I'll give you one more thing. You make your way over to the pods, the ones that are complete, and then the ones that are sort of in the stages of being messed with or built. But on the ones that are complete, and you take a picture of this as well, sort of emblazoned on the front, sort of below this large glass tube, in the sort of metal bottom, sort of emblazoned and kind of pressed into the front, is like a symbol, like a logo, and it's just in the shape of an umbrella.
I'm gonna take a picture of that.
I got it.
Are there any personal affects in the room from whoever they're, like, Dr. Frankensteining by chance? Like, billfolds, anything to ID who they're turning? Or are these, like, cadavers?
You don't see any, other than there's not a whole lot sort of like out here in this main room. There's not a whole lot of storage. There are like some shelves with the tools and everything on them. You know, there are some tote bins and stuff in the closet, but you don't see any bodies.
Oh, okay. So there's nothing actually in the pods. Okay, good.
Yeah, it's just the pods. Okay, well, I think this is sufficient evidence, and I would kind of like to get out of here now, but I don't know. What do you guys think?
No, I'm good. This is plenty.
Me too.
And I think if we can use that pallet to somehow block the door, because it seemed before it was blocking the tunnel on the way in, but if we can block that door so no one can open it, at least not very easily, that should solve the problem for a little bit if they make more of these hungry dead.
Sounds good to me. I can see if I can, like, I don't know, what can I block the door with?
Well, we have
I
that
could probably
pallet,
make something
so if
up
we can
too.
jam it.
I'll try jamming
Let's get back in that closet, not figuratively, but literally, and see what we can do.
Yeah.
Savvy, are there any, like, small pieces of metal lying around, like one might use for lockpicks?
Sure.
Okay, there's a lock on the door, right? Like, check this before,
the door that's leading out into the hallway, or the closet door.
Or the closet.
Yeah, there's locks on both of them.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and jam the lock. Like, act like I was trying to pick it and then like break off something in it and jam it.
Okay. Do you have to roll to purposely be bad at lockpicking? Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have you roll. Do you have a skill that could be used for this?
I'm thinking spy.
Oh, well, that makes sense to me. Let's see. Secrecy, dead drops. If you need to lay down a trap, that works. Let's do it.
All right. Roll with a +1. It's a 1.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You sort of, everybody makes their way back into this closet. Yuna, you take some sort of thin metal pieces, and shut the door, lock it, and then sort of mess with it, jam it in there a little bit. You think you've got it, break it off. It is stuck. How long it is going to be stuck for, hard to say. But for now, it's at least going to be a nuisance.
Could we also double up and bar the door somehow? Or what way does while we're inside the closet, what way does the door open? Like, is it outwards? Do we pull it in?
The door opens out from inside the closet, so you have to push it out.
Okay. We could. I just turned to we could use your tire iron and kind of like hook it around the handle and the frame of the door. So when you try and pull against it, the tire iron.
Yeah, I could do that. It's not like, I mean, I can get another one, so.
Yeah.
And it's not like this one cost me anything.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, we try and do that to double up on the locking of this door.
Okay, yeah, I think from out here you can do that fairly easily. So you take the tire iron, kind of wedge it up around the door handle, and then around sort of past the frame to the shelf, so it is bracing, kind of keeping the door from moving. Should they be able to bust through the lock? All right. Anything else you would like to do before we head away?
Nope.
Okay. You make your way back into the tunnel. Eos sort of sliding the pallet back across the hole as much as you can, just an extra layer of security, and you make your way back, back through the tunnel, back through the ducts, and back into the basement of Garrison Technologies. At this point, it's been a couple of hours, so it's probably, we'll say you're probably pushing like 2 a.m.
When
It's
did we
late.
start?
A little after midnight, I think.
Did I say? Yeah, like just after midnight, I think you got there. So it's been a couple hours.
So we're in the time window. It was like an 8-hour time window, right?
Mhm.
So we're good. Okay.
Send info in your feed.
Honestly, after that, I kind of just want to go home and sleep. Am I the only one? No.
No,
I was
yeah,
gonna say we
I
should
need
all
to
go
go
out for
home.
like. I thought we should all go out for like food or something. And it's the middle of the night. It's Halloween, but I mean, if you guys are tired, I suppose
No,
we
I
can part
could
ways
eat.
here.
I could eat.
Who's paying?
Yeah.
Who's paying? I think that's the real question. Who's gonna pay?
Well, who scraped up the most scratch at the party?
I have made some money. I can cover some costs.
I didn't make anything. It's like it was a slow business day.
I mean,
Yeah,
did we get money
slow
from the app
business.
He's
yet?
very
Yeah.
clearly lying. He's not very good at lying. Yeah. He's like, no, yeah, I didn't get anything. It was a.
How
He also
often
at the
does
party
he lie?
literally told all of you that Nick handed him
Yeah.
$200.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there
Harry-
you go. I was like, how
Harry's
often
just
does he lie to
looking at
us?
him.
Okay, I'll cover it, depending on what we're getting. What are we getting?
We can split it. But we can do like fast food or something really cheap.
There's a 24-hour diner nearby.
Yeah, breakfast food.
Taco Hut, Benny's.
Ooh,
I can do tacos. Take some Denny's or some tacos.
I'm in a mood for some
Shawarma.
tacos.
There's a falafel house around here
Ooh,
somewhere.
shawarma.
Shawarma does
We should go
sound
get some
good.
shawarma.
That sounds kind of good right now.
I'm not picky. I let the team pick.
I'm kind of feeling shawarma right now. I feel I'm kind of in that mood.
All right.
Shades Shawarma is up the road, so
Shades.
I'm like
shawarma.
Lysoling all the way up to my elbows before I eat, though.
That's
Yeah. Oh no.
fair.
Yeah.
We should Purell up a little bit.
I mean, it's Halloween. No one's gonna notice if you're a little
Yeah.
bloody at the very least.
I'll
But you
just
don't
say
want
like
to.
Obviously.
I'm just saying zombie Tigger or something.
Yeah, Eos, I don't know that the tiger onesie is gonna survive this.
Yeah. No.
Unfortunate.
Unfortunately. Yeah, you all pile up in the van, head out to go get some food. So I do want to know, you've got to complete the job in the app. So
Okay.
you can say the job is complete. You have the contact information of Mr. Garrison. How do you contact him? You have his direct phone number essentially. You can call him, you can text him. You have an email for him as well. So I want to know how you contact him and what you tell him.
I think one of us should call him.
Not it.
I
Or
could
should we
do it.
email so we can track the conversation?
Are we that
Fair.
Like
worried?
have a paper trail?
I mean, we are dealing
However,
with some...
that could lead back to us if we did technically enter a building that we weren't authorized to enter.
Good point.
But we could send him images during the phone call.
Sounds good to me, yeah.
Corgus?
And I don't mind doing the talking, but if someone else would like to.
I'm more of a text message kind of guy.
Scores high charismatically.
I can
Go for
call
it.
him. It's
Your greatest test of all. I just asked a bunch of millennials which one of you is going to make a phone call.
Ash just
I'm getting
shrugs
so
and
much
takes out
so
the
much-
phone.
I'm getting so much contact anxiety from this conversation. I hate turn on the phone. Okay, so Ash, you take out the phone, dial the number you received through the app. After 2 or 3 rings, you hear a click and a familiar voice on the other end of the line, sounding a little tired, but fine. Hello?
Hi. Hello. This is Ashton Dixon. iHunt. We were the...
Ash,
Got-
Ash,
What?
do you want to give me the phone?
Yeah. Hold on, sir. We hold on, and I'm just gonna pass it over. Like, they are a mess. They hand it over. They were like, "I got this. It's fine." And then they heard a voice, and they were like, "Ah."
He used to like,
Pass the phone.
Okay, I know that I'm that bad. Okay. Whoa then.
Terry
Words,
takes
what
the
are words?
phone. Hi, Mr. Garrison. I believe you contracted us earlier this evening.
I did. Yes.
Yes, I have some good news for you. Our team successfully cleaned up your entire area of business, and we may have some more information for you if you're interested in it.
I'm very interested in it. What did you
Yes,
find?
are you familiar with an Invictus Tech?
When she says this, I want to send like a picture of some equipment from the Invictus Tech Lab. Like, I'm gonna match all of everything she says with the images that I send him.
Okay. Y'all are so professional. Terry, you hear a brief click and a little bit of background noise, I guess, as he puts the phone on speaker, probably to start flipping through said pictures. And there is a long pause and then kind of a sigh. Yes, I'm familiar.
Yes, well, it seems that there is in your basement a duct system that was undone somehow. Send picture, I suppose, of the grate.
Yeah.
And it seems that there is some sort of tunnel leading to Invictus Tech. Now, we did find much of the intruders originally in this area. We do have reason to believe that they originated from this technological building that is near yours.
All right. Anything else?
Oh, just everything is completely cleaned up. We do expect those bonuses if you agree, but yeah, I believe that's all. If you have any other questions, we have lots of evidence for you, so it's just up to you if you'd like to go with this.
Yes, I can tell. I would greatly appreciate it if you would send over what you have. I can see they are coming from one of your cell phones. I would also appreciate it if you would delete them.
Of course.
Great.
Anything else we could do for you tonight, Mr. Garrison?
No. You know, from the pictures, it seems like you've done exactly what was asked of you. Yep, your payment should process through the app in a couple of days.
Thank you so much, Mr. Garrison. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Halloween.
You too.
She hangs up and she just goes, Ash, you did such a good job. I'm so proud of you.
I try my best. I don't want to call
Good
again.
job. That's
Yuna has her
totally
arm around
fine.
Ash. Gentle patting. It's all right, babe.
All right.
Phone calls are hard.
Phone calls are hard.
I have lots of practice with, the library and the shop, so kind of have to be professional. Forced to be.
No, yeah,
really.
you've got a good fake phone voice. It's great.
Very
So,
professional.
I guess we get to just sit back and enjoy the rest of our Halloween.
Yeah. Do you tell us that we
Oh,
have to
and-
delete photos?
Yeah, don't delete those. Marcy, you can encrypt those somewhere and keep them safe just in case, right?
Oh yeah, I VPNs
Especially-
into the cloud. Everything's good.
Especially this one, and she pulls up the picture of the umbrella logo.
Yeah, everything's secured.
Yeah, just seems important.
Okay. You back up all of your photos, Marcy. Easy enough for you to do. And you head off in the van. Some of you cleaner than others. All of you having climbed through a dusty old duct system. Looking a little bit of a mess around 2:30 a.m. And you roll up to Shade's shawarma. And between all of you, the cheap place, you treat yourselves to some food. While you do so, you are notified, job completed. from the client's end as well. You know from experience, your payment will process in 2 to 3 days. So you will wait until then to figure out how much he actually paid you. But your rating as a hunter team does come through 4 stars.
Ooh.
Would have been 5 if we hadn't called him in the middle of the night, but hey.
Yeah, we got dinged for calling him at 3 a.m.
And also probably the incriminating photos
Oh.
we took. I thought we probably put him under a little bit of pressure. Got him a little bit nervous.
Yeah, well, better than 3 stars.
All right. So you head out, you get some food, and you wait for your money to come through. So the way this generally works, since you all work as a team, is that one of you, essentially for the team, accepts the job, takes care of that, the payment goes through, and then you split it up however you wish. So before we get to that, we have a couple of little middle things to do. So you've done it. Job complete. Great job. First job. Well done. What I want to do in between, first of all, is to remind the chat that we currently have a poll going to name the knife drone. We're going to keep that going until the end of the game today. And then we will obviously, with Rin's approval, because it's Yo Drone, we'll name the drone something fun for chat to call it. So keep doing that. It's in the chat. Please vote. There's lots of really fun options in there. My favorite is hashtag. Personally, there's a lot. They're all great. They're wonderful. So yeah, vote for that. So you all have a few days before you pick up your next job. What we're going to do first, since we've reached sort of the end of an arc or the end of a story, is a story selfie. These are called big fucking deals. So I want to ask you all. These are, I'm gonna have this in the game as well, and a handout for you all to look at. These are a significant milestone for your character. This is sort of the pivotal moment from what you have just completed. So our last episode, and then this as well. And we're gonna add a selfie to your scrapbook for that. So the pivotal moment from this last bit for you.
I mean, finding the I think finding that lab was a pretty big moment. I'm not sure what I would name that moment. I don't know what hashtag. I can't think of a hashtag. Hashtag umbrella corp.
Hashtag sketchy corporation.
Yeah, just hashtag umbrella
sketchy
corp.
corporation. Okay, love it. Anybody else?
I was saying hashtag
I wanna say-
sketchy corporation.
Hashtag sketchy corporation for Marcy.
Mm-hmm.
Love that.
Because she's all like, damn the man.
Oh, that's true.
I think that reverse lock picking, that jamming the lock with metal, that was pretty that's pretty much peak Yuna right there.
Okay. Hashtag reverse lockpick.
Ash's is probably just going to be hashtag phone calls are hard. It was just millennial mood peak.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Peak.
yeah. It's Terry's is hashtag customer service voice.
I love it.
Oh,
All right.
hashtag sorry to bother you.
That's really good. All of these are very good. All right, so let's add those in to your scrapbooks. We got a couple more selfies coming today as well, but that is your one for this last story. Your friendly reminder that you can use these once we got them. Once you have them for an advancement, you can also once per game session make callbacks to these, as you would sort of invoke an aspect to give yourself bonuses on rolls and things like that. So those rules are in there as well. But yeah, it's pretty cool. I'm a big fan of hashtag sorry to bother you. All of those are so good. Okay, so in between, you've got a few days. I want to get a little slice of life from everybody and sort of what you are doing during the day. Most of you have a day job of some sort. A couple of you also have other commitments that you are balancing, pieces of equipment perhaps to repair. I want to hear just a little bit, just a little snippet of like, what are you doing? What's your biggest concern for right now? Aside from finding out that the Hungry Dead are real and that corporations are probably behind it.
Ash is probably at work. They work at a mall, which we all know at this day and age are going out of business largely. So sitting at the Aunt Annie's that they work at, they probably have Knife Drone like literally on the counter next to the register, and they're just repairing Knife Drone on the counter because nobody's come to this pretzel stand in like 3 days, but they're still making their barely minimum wage, and they're going to get paid to fix their Knife Drone.
Fair. Fair use of time. Yeah, you have plenty of time to do that. You'll have to, obviously, out of either your paycheck or whatever you get paid for this job, pay out some for some more materials and things like that. So there goes part of that. And I imagine probably some concern over how long Ash is going to have this job for.
Yep.
All right. Who else?
I imagine Yuna swings by Ash's Auntie Annie's on her break from Hot Topic. And she goes over to buy the little pizza bites that they have. Pretzel wrapped around pizza toppings. It's the most actual meal thing that they have at an Auntie Annie's, so that's usually what she gets. And she leans over the counter while they're working on Knife Drone. So what time are you off?
Well, the manager called out sick, and I'm technically an hour into my replacement shift, so whenever they decide to show up.
Okay.
That's life.
Yeah. I mean, if you're here till close, I'll come kick around with you after my shift's over. I should be done in another 3 hours, hopefully.
I will very likely still be here. Brenda is never on time.
Yeah, I'll come kick around with you until your shift's over, whenever that happens to be.
Alrighty.
And, I gotta go get some more smack, so you wanna get high?
Absolutely.
Good. Get high.
I always come up
out.
with the best ideas. Yeah, that too. Yeah, absolutely. No. There's just some kids looking around. Okay, that is a plan, a date, and all of that. Also, careful of the knife. It is still zombied. I haven't had anything to clean it with yet. It's just kind of there. Might be a fun surprise for a chupacabra or something if we have to. Zombie chupacabras could be a problem.
I am concerned about that. I don't want to go making anything new that we have to hunt down.
Fair. Okay, I'll maybe change out the knife.
Yeah, you should do that. Love you, babe.
And just as a note, Ash cannot say the L word. It's just like, yep.
Yuna's used to it. She says it enough for both.
Yeah. It's like, you too. It's there. It's there. There's feeling, but it's just that anxiety with that word. It's just like, yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. So, kick around for a while at the pretzel store, buy some drugs, get high, and don't think about everything else that's going on. Which seems like a pretty good night. All right. Who else?
Terry is working at the herbalism shop. They sell like crystals and sage alternatives and all sorts of candles and things. And she's just kind of at the counter reading up on some Arthurian lore in a big book and is bored out of her mind. And, you know, the usuals kind of come in and out. And it's kind of how she's spending her days because she spent some of her hard-earned Halloween money on shawarma for the gang. Some of it, not all of it.
Okay. Yeah, you hang out behind the counter for a while, reading your book. So Terry knows a little bit about magic. Right?
Yes.
Like
she
probably
can't
just
do
enough
it,
to
but she knows about it.
just enough to maybe get in trouble one day. Is any of the stuff in the shop real?
I think there's some stuff in the back that she suspects might actually have something to it. The rest of it, she kind of it's kind of modern day witchy stuff that doesn't have much real magic to it as far as what we think of as magic. But there's a few things that she's a little suspect of, but doesn't know quite enough to prove it.
Okay. Yeah, you hang out for a while. And I have one more question for you. And it is about your professor that you're quite suspicious of. Does this professor have a name?
He does. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick, because I wrote it down somewhere, and of course I don't remember where. So, let me do this real quick. His name is... Oh, that's not it. Heath Calloway, Professor Calloway.
Okay, what does he teach?
He teaches her specific class. He teaches Arthurian lore and legend.
Okay. That afternoon, it is a quick exchange. He doesn't say much to you, and I don't know how much attention you are paying, but probably about halfway through this, this professor of yours does come into the shop, as he does every once in a while, to pick up, a couple of bundles of herbs and perhaps a couple of crystals. As he mentions, the full moon. It's not that far away.
Yeah, the full moon's coming up. Do you have any big plans for that night?
No, don't think so. Just general stuff.
Hmm. Right. Well, it was an interesting class this afternoon. I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you thought so, Tracy. And he picks up his bag,
It's Harry.
walks out the door.
Right. Okay. And she quickly starts looking over a list of what he bought and writes it down in a little notebook she has, and is very suspicious.
Okay. Great. Let's see. Eos or Marcy. What do you get up to?
I'll go. So I think the typical day for him is like probably wakes up early to go for a jog, while listening to like during lectures he just like records the lectures. So he's probably like listening to the notes he took and the lectures he recorded on the jog, and then he goes to work, which is he's essentially a freelancer. He's a freelance photographer for like a tabloid newspaper, and I think they probably sent him to like, and I think during the Halloween season, there's probably like a pumpkin carving competition, and a pumpkin got stolen, and it's a big. I had to go take pictures and like do journalist stuff there, and I probably don't get big jobs. Those are probably like the extent of the jobs I get. So I'm probably there like talking to 12-year-olds who carved pumpkins of, I don't know, like Power Rangers, but it got stolen by someone, and they're crying. And I'm trying to get interesting facts and questions answered from them, but they're just too busy sobbing. Yeah, I think that's probably how I spend most of my day, just attempting to interview these kids and taking like photos, and eventually returning to like the office to like show the photos I took and see if I can get anything for it.
Okay. Ooh. Oh, freelance work is so complicated. Go ahead and just give me a roll.
Oh, okay.
To present this, I would say not particularly intriguing story that you were not able to get much information about from these poor children who had their pumpkin stolen. To present this and pitch this professionally and well
Okay.
to your boss, who is not such a huge fan of you.
Yeah. Can I use my aspect for that then? Data would be, I can use my aspect, right?
Sure, yeah. So you can spend a fate point to invoke an aspect. Which one?
Say cheese. My day job, basically. My day job is photography. Being a freelance photographer.
To get some really heckin' good pictures. That works. So yeah, you can spend one of your fate points, and then you can add a +2.
Okay, +2. So I already have a +2, so it'll be a +4. Because I'm rolling professional, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay, yeah. Ooh, 5.
Yeah, that's very good. That's going to be a success. So yeah, you turn these over, and you give a pretty good pitch. You have a little write-up to go along with it. But the pictures turned out for something so mundane pretty spectacularly. They turned out very well. So yeah, they take the story. It's nothing super exciting. For the day, they'll probably pay you $150.
Yeah. Thank you. It's gonna at least last me a bit longer then before I get paid. And I'll probably just I think $150 isn't probably much, but it's the most he's ever have been given by my boss. I don't complain, but I kind of mutter under my breath like, we could go somewhere else and get better pay for this, whatever. And I just walk out the moment I get paid.
All right, you take the money and run. Yeah, the rest of you get your paychecks and stuff this week as well. Most of you making minimum wage. I don't really want to do that math, but it's however much it would be. Working. What do you think? So Ash and Terry, do you work part-time? Mm-hmm.
Part-time, yes.
Okay. So 20.
I imagine Ash. Yeah, no, they probably work part time. They are very dependent on iHunt
Okay.
because it's
So
all they
minimum
can get
wage.
is part time.
Okay, so minimum wage, 25, 30 hours a week. Whatever that math works out to. You get paid this week. I'm bad at math, I'm sorry. Marcy.
So Marcy has a part job working at the lab. I'll say they're like installing like a huge new server area, so she has to take the screwdriver and start putting racks together and dropping in switches while she listens. She listens to a lot of like independent news. She like statistics. It's a lot of TYT democracy now. She's done for the day. She'll probably go back to her dorm room. Use something like Tails or something to like start researching through like the dark web, the trackable, about this company's and that umbrella symbol. It's like really, there's gotta be some corruption going on. I must find it.
Okay. All right. So you finish up your day at the lab where you work as a grad student. Head back and turn to the internet for help. Let me get a roll from you. I imagine using your hacker skill.
Yeah, I'll probably like torrent it. I got a 1. I got -3.
A 1?
Before this, so I got a 1. Feeling tired today.
Oh, okay. It's been a long day, Marcy. You don't find much. You find that symbol kind of sprinkled around a couple of places, but there is never actually a name attached to it. There's lots of conspiracy theories, lots of sort of different acronyms like nicknames and things that people have given it, but you don't ever actually find anything official about it. So right now I would say you have a lot of information to sift through and really no way of knowing what of it is true and what of it is dark web bullshit. All right. So you all work for the next few days. Some of you having more fun than others. Yuna, what's Yuna's day job?
She works at Hot Topic.
Oh, that's right. Also works at the mall.
Yeah.
You said those words already to me.
Okay.
Does Yuna like working at Hot Topic?
I mean, she's mostly working there for the employee discount, which isn't that much, but it's better than no discount at all.
Fair enough. I think we've all had jobs like that. All right. So yeah, you work at the mall. Maybe treat yourself to a new t-shirt. Mostly going across, hanging out with Ash at the pretzel shop. Yeah, anything else anybody wants to get up to?
I mean, do I have like an in with any of the, like anyone that works with metal or anything, so that I can maybe sharpen my katana?
Ooh, interesting. I don't know. Do you? Let's do.
Yeah, why not? Would I need to roll for it?
Let's see. I don't know. Do you have a particular skill that you think would help you with this?
No. No, I don't.
Okay.
Ash would probably
then.
help.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, being
Ash makes
being
things.
very much a crafter. Yeah, I mean, I could probably sharpen it up. Know some people in the machine shop that could let them use a grinder.
So yeah, I'm probably like. So I'll probably like give Ash a call or meet up with them and just be like, hey, you know this katana? And I was like, it's kind of dull. Can you know anyone that can like sharpen? Can you sharpen it?
Yeah, I can. $20. I can sharpen it up for you.
Oh boy, okay. Yeah, okay, fine.
Great. Yeah, I can have that back to you. That's the friend discount. Just finger crossbows.
Don't. That's my thing.
That's yours? Okay.
Yeah.
Well, all right. So yeah, $20. I can get it back to you later tonight.
Thanks, I appreciate it. It was way too much fun cutting stuff with that, and I just want to see how it feels when it's not as blunt as a hammer.
Yeah, absolutely. So I can give that a crack, and I have a stunt that is quality craftsmanship, so it'll keep it durable. That's the same one I used on Knife Drone to give the 2 defense, but it's +2 defense or passive opposition against any efforts to harm or dismantle it. So probably it'll just make it a little more durable since it was a blunted, probably a prop katana. Now it's a little more stable, probably reinforce the handle and the grip and the guard. Do some real work on it for them. Go above and beyond.
Okay. Yes, you can use that stunt. I'm going to have you roll. Obviously, Maker probably applies to this.
So that'll be my best one, which is a 4. Yeah. That's a 2.
Okay. And then you have your stunts making it quality. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. You managed to. It's a little more different to work with, given that it wasn't really made to last a long time. But with your stunt and everything sort of adding to that, I'll say, yeah, you got something pretty good. It'll last much longer than it would have.
Yeah, that's the important part. And the sharp part. That's what he asked for after all.
Yeah.
But it'll hold up.
It's definitely sharper. And yeah, it'll hold up for a while. And you made $20.
And I made
something that probably didn't take you that long.
No. All right, yeah. Once it's done, I'll bring it back to him and just be like, here you are. Your arm is complete.
Damn, okay, yeah, thanks. He kind of like swings it around way too nonchalantly and he's not being cautious at all. And then just sets it back into the sheath.
Yeah, it's good. Looks good.
You should try getting a sword someday. It's actually quite a lot of fun. There's a lot more fun than punching things.
Yeah, I don't think I could get a sword on one of the drones, but maybe like a Roomba.
Personal thing. A room. Oh god, that'd be awful for the ankles.
Yeah, right. Just get it to spin.
Oh god. Okay. No, yeah, that's actually a pretty cool idea. Yeah, we should definitely do that.
Yeah, let's do it. All right. put that on the Amazon wish list. Some Roombas.
Katana
Okay.
Roomba.
All right, you add that to the list. What have we done? That's great. Okay, so y'all work for the next few days. Obviously, you have class and things to go to. It's a long few days. Everybody's pretty tired. But towards the end of the week, let's see, which one of you do you think is usually the one that is sort of finding jobs and then sending them out to the group saying, hey, you guys want to...
I mean, I'm down with it being EOS.
It can be something that more than one of you do. I'm just curious, like, which ones of you, yeah, are usually the ones that are say, hey, group, we should do this as a team,
I kind of pictured
sort of
Terry
unknown.
or EOS doing it.
Yeah.
Because Terry was the quick on the jump last session, and EOS is
I think
all
Terry
about
does
that
it more
cash.
often, yeah, exactly.
I
Now
imagine
that EOS
every now
has a
and
sword,
then.
though.
Mm.
That's true. He just wants to use it. He wants a reason to use his sword.
I imagine every now and then Yuna like checks the app, mostly because she's out of money, and she's like, I need a little bit of extra, and then she finds something that would be a good group do, and she's like, oh hey guys, you wanna come along so I'm not on this one on my own, maybe getting killed?
Fair.
Yeah.
Fair. All right. So we'll say, we'll say, EOS, you're flipping through. You've really got this this sort of katana Roomba on the brain that that you and Ash had been briefly cooking up before. But Roombas, very expensive, as are most things that you need to deal with. So flipping through the app, trying to find something interesting, you find a listing for what is probably the most common monster that pops up on iHunt. It is not always this monster, but a lot of times it is, and even when it's not, people think it is because it's one of the only monsters they know. You find a listing for a 3-star job for vampires in Garden Heights.
I think I probably, because I still very much got Katana Roomba on the mind, I probably just go into the group chat, post a link to the like job, and just say Katana Roomba, and that's it.
Terry responds with question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
Response is just, son of a bitch, I'm in.
Marcy's like, let's do it. Sounds awesome.
Terry's like,
It's like nobody's
sure?
Yuna responds first with something that's that's just about unintelligible, and then like 10 minutes later responds with, oh yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm in. Okay.
Like everyone but Terry's like, okay, I guess.
Just no
if no-
context. Just what?
Like, yeah, I'm gonna keep it that way. I don't think EOS gives context. I think if they get it, they get it.
Okay, so Terry, you get no explanation of what a katana Roomba is. Or what it has to do with vampires.
She accepts it, but she's unhappy about it.
Eventually,
just
EOS
wishes
is going to
she
get added to
knew.
the spite list.
Yeah.
All right. So you all, you click the link, the job opens in the app, and you all see the listing, Vampires in Garden Heights. There is a photo of the sort of the front entrance of an apartment complex that some of you recognize. You probably know people that live there. A lot of university students live there. It is one of the cheapest places to rent. As such, even you can tell from the picture, it has fallen into a lot of disrepair. But dorms get really expensive, and so do nicer apartments. So you probably know some people that live there. It is a 3-star rating. The time on the job is 3 days. How accurate that is, you're not entirely sure, unless it is very urgent, or time sensitive, like the last job. Generally, they'll just put a time limit. No one responds, they'll repost it. But this one has 3 days remaining. 3 stars. The payout for this one is $1,000. And the description reads, it reads, Vamps have set up shop in Garden Heights apartment complex. Residents going missing. Elimination, only option. Contacts are residents Ava and Kenna. Ring apartment 246 at gate for entry after 6 p.m. That's in the chat for you as well.
I think we can't answer this question, but I have a terrible memory. We've been like hunting monsters for a while now, right? Like how long? Like a year?
For
A few months.
individually, I think for all of you it's different. You've been together for maybe 3-4 months.
Okay. Do we know? So yeah, and you said this is a frequent job, so we know how to deal with vampires, right? Like.
Yeah, you're pretty familiar. At least the sort of regular ones. There are a few different kinds of vampires. So vampires are a big presence in this area. There are several families of vampires, lineages that go back a very, very long time. They all can do different things. They all have different abilities. I don't know that you're super familiar with those. The things that you do know about vampires, they're immortal unless something kills them. So they don't age. They're kind of stuck unless you stake them. That is sort of the tried and true method. Stake through the heart. You've all probably done this at some point.
They're very sentient, right?
They're very sentient. They're incredibly sentient. Occasionally, you will come across sort of lesser ones, or like thralls that have made. Sorry, chat's killing me. I'm not singing it. It's not happening. But you occasionally will come across ones that have been stake through the heart, and you're to blame. Are you happy?
Yes.
We have to appease the kobold.
You give vamps a bad name.
Perfect.
They're very sentient. You know that vampires can make other vampires, depending on how big and bad the vampires are, the stronger the vampires they can make. Yes, they, while some of them are thralls, mind-controlled, the ones that you usually deal with, they're all sentient to some degree. It's just a matter of sort of agency at that point.
And are they like classic vampires? They die in the sunlight, or do they sparkle?
They don't sparkle. Well, you've
As long
never
as they don't
seen them sparkle. You some of them might. You've never seen them. No encore. I do one show per week. Chat. Some of them, as far as you know, sunlight affects different ones in different ways. Some of them will burn right up. Some of them it stings. Some of them don't care.
Yuna pops back in the group chat and she's like, problem. ex-girlfriend.
Type in chat, your ex-girlfriend's a vampire? Question mark.
Joy emoji. No. The job giver.
Which one?
She doesn't respond right away, as though she's debating actually like, well, no, which one? Eva.
Response, why not both? Question mark.
The GIF.
Yeah, gotcha. Por los quiero dos.
Por los dos.
Oh, Eva.
I'll still do it, but I don't want to be the front man.
That's completely fair.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Well, did we want to go tonight, or... It says after 6 p.m.
I say let's do it so that way we can maximize that time just in case something goes wrong.
Ash
Yeah.
doesn't feel ashamed about typing this in, but it goes, we could probably stake out the place tonight.
I want to do the thing where when Ash does that, I kick him out, I kick them out of the group chat and then add them back in.
Dot, dot, dot.
Scroll back up to the message history and see this has happened several times.
Yeah. Every
That's
pun is an immediate ban.
I'm gonna toss out one of your chat-given selfies, and this selfie, you can hashtag it whatever you want, fam, but this selfie is not a selfie, it's just a screenshot compiled of all of the times that Ash has been kicked out of the group chat for making puns and then immediately added back in.
Oh, but what would that be called? That'd be good.
It's
Oh my God.
hashtag conundrum. I said
Hashtag
hashtag
punish.
conundrum.
Yes.
Oh,
I like that.
conundrum was good too.
Yes.
All right, take it, put it in the scrapbook. Oh, that's a big move. That's the most millennial thing any of you have ever done. Except for getting the terrible looks on your faces when I asked you who was making a phone call. So yeah, you do this. You accept the job. It is a 3-star job. It is not as much money as the last one, but sort of knowing where this is coming from and the fact that you know the neighborhood, you know this apartment complex, and you know one of these women, or Yuna does anyway, and the fact that rarely is there more than one person on a listing listed as a contact, unless this is probably something that several people have sort of scrounged together to put up.
Crowdfunded.
Pretty much. So yeah, what's the plan?
I suppose we should go tonight, talk to this Eva and Kenna, and then stake it out, as Ash eloquently put it.
Yeah, I'll probably start grabbing my dorm, like, maybe this time I should bring my solar flight. And I probably have, like, some gear from the lab in my backpack, like tape, tie wraps, and I'll put my computer in.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Marcy, pack
I
up your
think-
stuff.
I think every time Ash gets kicked out of the group chat, they're responsible for getting like food for the group too. So they probably go to like legally distinct Taco Bell and just get like the big box of like 20 tacos for stakeout snacks.
Is that their punishment?
It is their punishment.
How do I like? Can EOS kick the director out of the group chat? Is that a thing?
There it is. It's our game now.
Bye.
Free throw!
All right, so you go and grab a party box of tacos. bring those along. Any other preparations that y'all want to do? I assume, Eos, you bring your katana. I cannot believe you convinced me to give you a katana.
I also want to get like a piece of wood that I could probably use as a stake as well, just in case the katana isn't as useful against vampires.
I think Terry has like a stash of vampire hunting supplies. I feel like she's probably hunted vampires a few more times before, for sure, and so she has like some wooden stakes prepared, like a Buffy kit, essentially.
Okay. Anything else in there? I mean, it's fairly easy for you to be able to sort of scavenge some wood, knock it into stakes. That's not necessarily an expensive process.
I'm assuming they're kind of like classic vampires, like maybe some of that good holy water across. I'm not sure how vampire-y these vampires are.
Yeah, you can have those things. Again, it's one of those things where there's a ton of stuff out there. There's a ton of lore out there. How much of it is true, you only really know based on your experiences. Stakes have been the effective thing.
Yeah.
She
has like a water gun
to try it.
with holy water. Yeah, she has like a water gun full of holy water just in case.
Nice.
That's good. Is it like one of the little ones, or like is it like a super soaker?
I think for her it's one of the little ones.
Okay.
She has plans for a super soaker, but she hasn't put it in the budget, so like it's not on the top of the list for her. Yeah,
those things get expensive. So yeah, I've got a little plastic water gun with some holy water in it across, and some wooden stakes that you can take with you.
Yeah, I'll probably pick up everyone in the van when they're ready.
Okay, Marcy's swinging by.
It's hard to miss.
I love that so much. So the van pulls up one by one. Let's see, that's 2, 3. Any other preparations?
Yuna's uncle, actually, vampires are his area of expertise. So she probably swings by Uncle Jem's apartment and picks up some holy water that she puts into water balloons and has like a sort of a bucket of water balloons when the van comes to pick her up.
That's hilarious. And I love it. Okay. Yeah, you swing by one, sort of pick everybody up, everybody getting in with more equipment. Yuna finally with just a bucket filled with water balloons.
It's holy water, don't worry. Grenades.
It worked in that one movie.
I mean, it sounds genius to me, so.
It's family secret.
I'm watching everyone just load a van, and I'm impressed, because I'm like, oh, I'm having some, like, body spray in my purse. Like, you guys came prepared.
Ah, dang, I should have got us something to eat with a lot of garlic.
That's a very good point. I mean, we could swing. We still got time, right? We could just quickly swing by and get some garlic bread down there.
Just run into the grocery store. Yeah, we'll get some cloves of garlic from everyone's pockets.
Make Italian food tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. So pack up in the van and head to Garden Heights apartment. Was somebody going to say something?
Nope.
I thought I heard one of you. I was like, oh. So around 6, after 6. Cool.
6-ish.
So yeah, you show up, buzz the apartment number, 246. There's a sort of ringing sound, and then there's like a long beep as somebody lets you in, and this sort of rickety gate, which it probably isn't really accomplishing a whole lot, sort of shutters open, and you drive in and find the correct building. We hit our next retweet goal. Which means in an encounter, I'm going to start with the edge. We'll see what happens. So you find the building. Again, it is older, sort of falling into some disrepair, but it's easy enough to find sort of big letters or numbers, no letters, numbers hung up on the side. How do you want to handle this?
I guess Yuna's really hanging back.
Yeah, I am not going into that building until it is time to kill things. So, y'all have fun.
Should I hack the system to see if it has any IP cameras, baby monitors, any of that stuff in the apartment? See if we hear anything? See anything?
I wonder if these vampires show up on camera or not.
I mean, do we even know what room it's in yet? We still have to talk to the
We should probably talk to them first.
Yeah. I don't know about you, Marcy, but I don't want you accidentally hacking into a camera and seeing things you don't want to see in someone's apartment.
I might go back. What you guys head to the door? I still have like my laptop out just in case. I'll probably like stick someone on the phone.
Okay. All right. So Marcy hanging back on the computer and the phone. Yuna hanging back. How about the rest of you?
Guess I'll go.
Ash kind of looks to Yuna to see if they want them to hang back, or it's like also kind of tempted to see who this ex was.
I mean, it's up to you. You do what you want.
I'm gonna hang back, guys.
I guess it's me and Eos.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Terry and Eos, you make your way out of the van, leaving your three friends behind, and you head up to the apartment. It's about 6:30. Knock on the door. You hear a bit of shuffling inside, and the door, after a moment, sort of cracks open, and you can see sort of a chain across the top, still closed. Or still fastened. Somebody kind of looking through the partially opened door at you. Celeste, you claimed this person. What does Eva look like?
Eva's a lot more on the femme side of things. She's got kind of a much softer appearance. Blonde hair, pretty long, not terribly not like middle of the back or anything like that, but kind of longish. She's probably wearing a lot of makeup. She loves to do makeup. She's like a makeup artist. So her makeup is very good, and there's a lot of it. Her nails are probably done pretty nice. She's probably done a lot of her own aesthetics. Probably wearing a dress. Probably a pastel colored dress.
Okay. So this young blonde woman, sort of done up, nice makeup, nice nails, sort of looks at you through the crack in the partially open, still chained door. Can I help you?
Yes, we are here about a job posting.
Right. Yeah. Do you want to come in?
Sure.
Okay. She closes the door. You hear sort of unhook the chain, opens the door for you, and you make your way into her small apartment. Shuts it, locks it behind you. Sit down.
Terry is gonna pull a small mirror from her pocket and just kind of play with it. See, make sure everyone shows up
Okay.
in the mirror properly.
Okay. Are you trying to hide it, or you just kind of flick it around?
Just kind of like fiddling with it, like trying to not seem like she's looking in it, but
Okay. You fiddle it around. Obviously, you and Eos show up in the mirror. You kind of turn the corner as Eva sort of leads you into the room and kind of flash at her direction when she has her back turned. You can see her.
okay.
I kind of like give Terry a look just to be like, she's good. She's good, right?
And she just gives a nod.
He just nods back and then just takes a seat where Eva like gestured to.
Okay. Yeah, she'll gesture to you. There's a couch, and then kind of a chair. She sits in the chair off to one side. So, we've never done this before, so I don't know. Do you need something from me?
Just a little bit of information.
Okay.
Yeah, the last thing we want to do is barge into a random person's room and assume they're a vampire when they're not. We just kind of need as much info as possible.
Does that happen a lot?
Not to us.
Yes.
I don't know if it has happened to us before. If it has happened to us, Eos is very bad at lying.
Terry's pretty good at lying. But I don't think it's happened to
happen?
her before personally.
Has that happened to you before?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I think it's happened to Eos. Maybe when he was solo iHunting. I think it probably happened to him.
Okay. She kind of looks between the two of you, kind of focusing on Eos for a second, turns back to Terry. Oh, okay. Looks a little concerned. Yeah, what do you need?
So you say that there are vampires here. Do you have any idea how many?
No. I mean, a few. Some of them I'm pretty sure are our new neighbors, and some of them come and go. It's really weird.
Okay. And you said people were disappearing, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. These new neighbors, do you know their door number?
Yeah, they're directly above us, so 346.
346.
Yeah,
All right.
They should get started with their weird partying here in about an hour. You'll be able to hear them.
Weird partying. So every night, every week, every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, or?
Pretty much every day.
Okay. Weird partying.
Quick question. How do you know they're vampires? Did you see something?
Yes and no. I don't know. They're all of a sudden, a few weeks ago, these new people moved in upstairs, and now all of these weirdos wearing their weird jackets are coming and going, and they're partying at all hours of the night, and people have started going missing and they're not coming back, and Kenna doesn't believe me, but I'm pretty sure I saw one of them flash fangs.
Okay.
But the rest of our
What-
neighbors do. So It's not like the cops are going to do anything.
Our game. What day is this? Is it still literally days after Halloween, where everyone's probably wearing costumes, including possibly vampire costumes?
Let's see. Halloween was Saturday. We'll say it's been like a week. So this is probably
Okay.
like the next Friday.
And when did they show up and start having these odd parties again?
3-4 weeks ago.
Okay.
All right. So, looks like we need to confirm vampires are here. And then I suppose we'll go from there.
Yeah. I will be honest, just really weird clothing, and I guess you possibly seeing fangs isn't much to go on. Especially if it's just one of them possibly showing fangs. It could easily have been just a very... People sharpen their... I don't know if you know about this, but people like legitimately sharpen their like canine teeth. It's really weird. So that could also be a thing. So we're gonna. I hope I'm not speaking for you, Terry, but we will take the job. But there is a chance that what we're dealing with aren't vampires.
Of course,
Listen,
vampires are real.
Yes.
They make you put something in when you put the listing on the app. I don't know. Like 6 people have gone missing, and our other roommate hasn't come home in 2 days, and her window got left open, and there's a bunch of weird people in this complex, and the cops aren't going to do anything. So, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
We'll look into it and definitely get back to you. At least find some answers.
And all like, if it turns out not to be vampires, we would still have to get paid. Just for the very least for our time.
That's fine. Me and some of the neighbors put some money together. We're not just going to leave you high and dry. We just want our friends back.
Understandable. This must be a really alarming situation for you.
Yeah, I'd
Well,
say so.
We'll see what we can do and give you updates.
Thanks.
Great. Thank you. Deus, should we?
Yeah. Let's head out to relay what we've figured out and what info we've gotten to the rest of the team.
Okay, she lets you out of the apartment, sort of locks the door behind you, and you head back down to your teammates.
What was that? Were you trying to make her feel sad that it might not be vampires? I mean, you should probably validate her.
I mean, it's not. It's more. It doesn't seem like much info at all to go off of. Weirdos wearing odd clothing. I wouldn't jump to vampires.
I myself am a weirdo wearing odd clothing, but
I don't think you'd be a fan if someone told. I don't think you'd be a fan if someone called hunters on you just because you had weird clothing, right?
Obviously, but she obviously has some reason to believe that this is real, so I just think we could have been a little bit more understanding.
I'll try to be a bit
there
more
is-
next time. Pardon, Marty?
Oh, do the rest of us hear this going on or no?
I think this is
Is this before?
I think
You
this
make
is
it
a
back to the van,
private
do you think?
conversation.
Okay.
okay.
Then no.
So probably on
I
the
don't
way.
think Terry would call him out in front of everyone.
Fair.
That's fair. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I would
Let's
try.
Just, let's just see where this goes. I mean, maybe it's not vampires and you're right, but who
I
knows?
just want to lay down those ground rules just in case it turns out not to be vampires and just a bunch of people in capes and fake fangs.
That's fair, but partying every night for 4 weeks, that's a little vampire.
Yeah,
Or a
that
little
is really,
college student.
yeah.
Well, let's meet up with the rest of them and see what they think we should do.
Yeah, and then we head down to everyone else.
All right, so you have this conversation, make your way back to the van. Fill everybody in.
So what'd you guys find out?
So, do you want to take it,
Not a
Terry?
lot. Yes,
Yeah.
so people have been disappearing. I think they said about 6 people have gone, including their roommate. People are partying every night. They thought they might have seen a flash of fangs, strange clothing. Could be vampires, could be college students. But I think we should stake it out. It's the apartment right above theirs. So if we stay here, they said some people should be arriving and we can try and see if they're who we think they are.
Should we crash the party? Pretend like we're party goers? And get it?
Party?
I don't know
does
about
sound
walking
good.
into a den of vampires, though.
Yeah, I think we could try. We could park just outside of the apartment and just look through the rearview mirror and see if the people that arrive appear in the mirror. I mean, that'll be one way to identify if any of them are vampires, right?
We at the very least
I'm
can
also-
count how many are going in.
Yeah.
I'm also considering if it's a party, maybe somebody orders pizza, or maybe I have the wrong address. It'd be at least a
Do
way
you
for me to
have
get eyes on the interior of the apartment.
Do you have a pizza delivery uniform?
Give a pizza.
No,
Uber Eats?
I could go buy. I could go.
We
buy
can
one.
we can definitely buy like a couple dozen empty boxes of pizza out of the
We
back
got
of
all
the
these
shop.
like taco boxes back here. Those Ash
deliver
bought tacos.
tacos.
We bring empty taco boxes. Uber Eats. With
Yeah,
you,
that could
know.
work. That could work.
Okay.
All right, let's. So the plan is to watch when people arrive, maybe send someone up with some empty food boxes and see if they accept the delivery of
Yeah.
empty food boxes.
Maybe we should put something in there. Do we have any tacos left? Or burritos?
Oh
I just
no,
wanna
they're all
also add
gone.
that Would they?
The idea that I'm
Let's say we
thinking
did-
is that
Go on.
the idea that I'm thinking is that, you know, I say that I have a delivery for them, and then if they all go like nobody ordered anything here, then I could be like, oh shit, wrong address, and bail.
I like
But it would at least
Let's
give
do it.
me eyes on the inside of the apartment, eyes on some of the people up there.
Okay, I like that idea.
All right. So, empty taco boxes in hand, with some wrappers stuck in there for good measure. Set up, just enough to make it look realistic in the dark corridor of an outdoor apartment complex. You all wait. You hang out in the van for a while. You sit about an hour or so. You're pushing sort of 7:30, close to 8 o'clock. The sun has gone down at this point. And you wait. A few cars come and go. Nobody of interest, mostly students. Looks like younger folk coming home from either later classes or work. And you wait. And it's boring. And then finally, you start to hear a little bit of commotion as very quickly, sort of wheeling into the complex entirely too fast, entirely too loud, taking corners on two wheels. About 3 cars that come sort of flying past you. And stopping very quickly, sort of whipping into a couple of parking spaces near the building where Eva and Kenna live, and piling out of the cars, making a lot of noise. You see several people, at 4 or 5 to a car, sort of jumping out, broing out, that kind of thing. And you notice a lot of them are dressed very similarly. Jeans, boots, leather jackets with something on the back. They pull some stuff out of the car, some boxes, and bring everyone up the stairs. They sort of disappear up into the stairwell as you watch them go up to the 3rd floor.
Can I make out what was on their backs?
From this distance across a parking lot, probably not.
Okay.
During that, if I were to flash my mirror at them, am I able to see them in the mirror? Okay.
Yeah, it's a small mirror, so it's not great, but there are things moving around in it.
I think it's probably still worth a look.
We want to try
Yeah. I want to try and... I mean, hey, at the very least, you know, maybe I'll blend in. Maybe they'll like my vibe. Maybe want to invite me in to hang out. I don't know, but I'm gonna go with the role that I've set, and I'll try to be careful about improvising anything.
Yeah.
And do you want me to come with you, Yuna?
No, I think this is something where I need to fly solo. If more than one person shows up, I think they'll get solved.
No problem.
Okay. So, Yuna, you grab the taco boxes. Do you take anything else with you?
Here's a
I think I'm gonna
orange soda from the same place. Here you go.
Cool. At the very least,
Oh,
I
I
think
think-
I'm bad at my job.
Before Yuna leaves, I'm gonna like... Oh, hold on. Walkie-talkies are gonna be way too loud for this, because it'd be kind of odd if a delivery person just had a song calling walkie-talkie. So I'm gonna call you, and you just keep the call going. Put your phone in your pocket
Okay.
and line down. You can see from here.
Keep yourself on mute, though. I don't want them to hear anything coming out of my pocket.
Yeah.
Okay. So you call Yuna, put it on speaker, and then you mute your end of the call. Yes, very smart. Yuna, slip the phone into your pocket. You take the boxes and the soda cup, which is half full of orange soda, and you head up the stairs. You walk past the car, you head up the 2 flights of stairs toward the 3rd level, and you make your way down to the apartment. You go to knock on the door. Before you do, you notice sort of slapdash painted on the wooden door here is what looks like a sort of crude drawing of a wolf's head.
Well, they're not getting their safety deposit back. All right, I'm gonna DoorDash.
All right, you knock on the door and shout out DoorDash. You can hear sort of movement around, people talking inside, a little bit of music playing, that kind of thing. And after a moment, the door swings open. Standing in front of you, a young, taller young man, sort of muscular, dark hair, sort of slicked back. He's a little greaser looking for 2020, but sort of looks down at you and looks confused for just a split second and says, Right. Why don't you come in, set it on the counter.
All right. I mean, like, people don't usually invite me in, but hey, I'm game. Shit.
Just try to be polite. We got a party going inside.
Yeah, I figured. Yeah, this is a big order, kinda.
Yeah, you know. Students, we get hungry.
Yeah, believe me, I am one myself, so, you know, I get it.
So, coming in?
And there's, like, a moment where she, like, I shouldn't do this. This is stupid. And she goes in.
All right. He kind of claps you on the shoulder and shuts the door behind you. You make your way into the apartment. It is sort of dim lights in here. There are some like LED lights. They're like strung up around. They've got those going. It's again, it's not a nice apartment, but it's lit up vaguely like a party. You walk in, sort of set the box on the counter in the small kitchenette, and your new friend, sort of watching you closely, kind of turns to you. So, what's your name?
I'm Elodie. Good to meet you.
Cool. I'm Drake. You want to stick around?
I mean, I really, I don't know. I might have some more orders and stuff. And she like pulls out her phone and she's like, no, this is the one job I'm supposed to be on right now. And I really don't think, I mean, I could stay. And she's like very clearly talking into the phone, trying to let everybody know that she's inside and they're trying to keep her around.
And you all can sort of hear this through the phone, like people in the background and some music playing as well. And you hear the clear voice of this young man as he kind of claps you on the shoulder again. Now, come on, Elodie. Stay. I think you'll have a good time.
I think at this point, I kind of like look at everyone else, hang up, and then call again. And then when Yuna picks up, I'm gonna try and pretend to be Yuna's boss, saying, "Hey, have you done the delivery? It's a busy day today. Come on, we got what 10 places to deliver to." I'm gonna be trying to
yeah. Yeah, boss. I gotta. Yeah, you know, I guess I really need the pay anyway, and I know you guys are short today, so. And she's kind of like waving at Drake, kind of backing toward the door. Trying to like be like, I really wish I could, but I can't.
Okay. He looks at you and sort of watches as you back towards the door. And a few other people in the room are now looking at you. And he kind of squints a little bit. And Yuna, your head starts to feel weird. You start to go a little swimmy. He's gonna roll. Knock my water over. Hold on. You can roll to defend.
Okay.
This is going to be a mental thing.
Okay. I would like to note that I have Numb from the Survivor playbook.
Ooh.
Or not
Do
playbook,
share.
but from the Survivor move set, whatever you call it.
What does that do?
I believe it dampens. I'm trying to get the book pulled up, but it dampens mind affecting effects from
See.
monsters.
What's it called?
Numb.
Let's see. Monsters affect minds and hearts based on how they expect a person's mind and heart to work. You're broken. Normally, that's a hindrance. But against monsters' mind and emotion influencing abilities, you can defend with Survivor or take +2 if you could already use Survivor. So yeah, go ahead and roll with Survivor and then +2.
Cool. Awesome.
That's cool.
Survivor is 3, so that puts me at a +5 total.
Well, dang.
4.
Okay, that's a success. So yeah, you stop the attack. So you sort of feel this wash over you, and everything goes kind of like weird, sort of like fisheye in front of you for a second, and then you kind of shake it off. And he just sort of looks at you and says, "Well, I really didn't want it to go this way."
Yeah, me neither.
That is where we are going to have to end for today.
Oh, God.
Oh, dang.
I love it when a party splits itself.
Nothing to panic about.
Why
It's
did
more
we
fun
do
when it goes
this?
tits up.
I love it, I love it, I love it.
Yeah.
That's great.
Oh,
An excellent
no.
roll there at the end. Okay. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us today. Let's do some selfies. So we're going to do big moods for today's episode. Yeah, who's got a big mood for their scrapbook?
I can't think of any.
Mine
That's
is
okay.
probably Yuna sitting out in the car while just about everybody else is upstairs, and it's like hashtag ex-girlfriend or whatever. I don't have a good hashtag for this one, but like it's definitely that
Hashtag.
moment where she's like, oh boy.
Hashtag
heartbreaker, I guess.
awkward.
Yeah.
Awkward. Yep. Yep.
For 3 days.
Those are good, yeah. Like chat says, hashtag oof.
Hashtag oof.
That's good. Anybody else?
Hashtag
If you
orange
want to think
soda.
on them too, that's fine. Marcy, hashtag orange soda.
I feel
That's
like
I think Ash's would be, and there'd be like a picture of it too. It would be Ash taking Eos's money and them basically standing over like the Roomba with a sword taped to it, and it would just be hashtag anything for $20.
I love that. I love that.
I kind of want to double up on that with hashtag Katana Roomba.
Hashtag katana room. Yeah, that's great. Yeah, y'all are welcome to, especially if you sort of shared those moments with someone else. Yeah, you're welcome to double up.
I feel like her big mood was getting on Eos's case a little bit, which would be hashtag ballbuster? I don't know.
I like that.
That
Yeah,
works, yeah.
let's do it. Hashtag ballbuster. These have big energy. We have one more chat selfie that I do want to do. Let's do a group moment for this one. What's a group mood for this one?
I think it's that boring stakeout that we did. That absolute, just like, actually having to put in the work and wait around for things to happen. Like,
Hashtag Taco Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. That's good. All right. Well, we got that one as well. I'm gonna hold on to my edge for next time, which I'm very excited about.
Wait,
So
do we get to hold on
yeah.
to our edge? Is that a thing we can do?
Yeah, sure. If
Ooh, yeah.
you can remember, because I won't.
Does that mean?
Oh, I'm right.
Did we use
Uh,
edge last
I
time?
got that one soda.
We got edge. I can't remember if anyone used it.
I feel like we did, but I don't remember. I'll go back and look. All right. So, yeah. Thanks, especially to you all for playing. I will direct Rin to the chat to decide what to do about the drone name, the green room chat.
What was the
While
result?
Lydia put it in the chat there for you, so you can decide in the green room chat.
Oh, green room. I'm looking at Encounter Roleplay trying to
Oh,
find
sorry.
Oh, mine was.
Sorry.
Oh boy.
Stabby McStabberton.
So
Stabby
you-
McStabberton. One. All right. Stabby. Yeah, no, that I like it. All right. He is Stabby McStabbyton.
Okay.
Stabby McStabbyton has he/him pronouns now, and we love him.
We love him very much, and he is just as much a part of this team as all of you. Oh my gosh.
Group mood
Stabby!
now. Hashtag
Stabby, you're
Stabby
here!
McStabberton.
Stabby is here.
That feels
I
so
love it
good.
so much.
I love that.
I love him. All right.
It's even better that he's just floating around.
Thank you so much,
Oh,
everybody,
no.
for hanging out with us today. A special thank you, obviously, to Machine Age Productions and iHunt for being a part of this and this wonderful game. All of that that support that you are giving us, we appreciate it so much, and especially that you come hang out with us too. We appreciate that too as well. So thank you so much. This would not be possible without you, and I'm just really excited to be a part of this in general. Thank you to my wonderful players here, and as well to our chat for hanging out, for voting in our poll. We'll probably have more of those to come. So thanks everybody for hanging out. Again, if you got some good clips, put them in the Discord. We want to watch them all because we love them, and also consider them for clip of the week. Also, go to our YouTube. Even if you were here live with us today, go to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/EncounterRoleplay. Throw some likes on this video when it goes up next week. And leave us some comments. Let us know what you like about the show, what you want to see more of. Leave your hashtags, please. I love that. And we also have a comment of the week for YouTube, so come hang out with us there as well. All of the previous Encounter shows are on there, and you'll love them. They're all great and have great people in them. Yeah, so let us real quick say goodbye. We'll start with Celeste and go around again. Tell the people where they can find you when you're not here.
Hi, I'm Celeste PLS with way too many underscores on Twitter. I'm Celeste Shepherd here on Twitch. I don't do a whole lot of streaming of my own, but I am showing up on other people's channels. Like this coming Sunday, you can catch me over on twitch.tv/Valdrian playing in a Steal and Oct game run by our very own Cleric of Cord. And she will be we will be telling to her a lovely ghost story as she pretends to be our ghost medium. That's going to be a spooky good time, all for Extra Life, which is a charity that tries to bring video games to children in hospitals so that they can have a good time and have some good things in their life while they're going through such a tough time. And other than that, you can catch me every other Sunday on twitch.tv/Matev7 in the evenings at about 9:30 p.m. playing Elodie Young, aka Party Crasher. Which I sort of channeled a little bit at the end there, and in a game of Masks, Sunset City. So yeah, that's where you can catch me most of the time, and I'll see you guys next week right here on Encounter Roleplay.
Right, and then again, I'm Morgan at Imaginatrix. You can find me all over the internet at Imaginatrix. I do cosplay in my free time and post it all over so that you can see it if you like cosplay things. I also often cosplay my characters, so if you like that, that's always fun because they're original. Also on Friday nights, I play with G Game Nights with Savvy, and we play Neon Souls together, and it's really fun. It's the sprawl, it's cyberpunk, it's anti-corporation, defeat the man sort of stuff. So it's a lot of fun, and you can check it out on Friday nights.
Ooh, okay, I'm next. I'm Drac or Draconics on everywhere, to be honest, on Twitter, Twitch, but most people call me Drac because it's short to say and easy to spell. Speaking of, if you want to spell my name, Draconics is DRAKONIQUES for any lurkers who aren't watching but listening. You can find me all over the place. I'm in too many things. Tomorrow's Wednesday, Thursday. Tomorrow I'm going to be on the Resonum channel playing a occultation one-shot where I'm playing a martial artist who is confronting some unnatural and spooky going-ons in an Airbnb. So I don't know. It's going to be interesting to deal with. What else do I have? On every Tuesday, I'm going to be over on Little Red Dot playing a Swordsfall campaign called The Summit of Kings, where I play a magical drummer, I guess is the best way I can put it. And I'm part of a band who's going to be in like a possibly tournament to the death, is what it kind of seems like so far. So that's really interesting. That's next Tuesday, from 8 p.m. ET to 11, I believe. At 11 p.m. I'm here on Wednesdays playing iHunt. If you're here, you probably know that. Every other Thursday, I'm on Screw the Boss channel playing a D&D campaign where I play a Warforged monk with an astral projection I have very much based on JoJo. So that's fun. Another thing, this Saturday, I'm starting a Burnbrat campaign where I play a bunch, I guess, telepathic. I play 100,000 telepathic bugs. Yeah, so that's also fun. I'm doing a lot. Also, once every month, every 3 weeks, I can't remember the exact date this episode's coming out, but I play in a mask campaign where I play called Super Idol RPG, where I play a magical idol boy, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, that's everything that I can remember right now.
There's a message in chat for you too.
Oh, is there? Oh, wrong chat. I looked in. Oh,
that Anna's gonna be playing with you.
Yeah, Anna's playing.
Oh.
But my turn? Okay. Hi, I'm Ridis of Party Wipe Games. You can catch me most days of the week over on my channel, Party Wipe Games, where we run things. Tomorrow we will be playing Scum and Villainy, where we are bounty hunters, and I play a very chill and sarcastic pilot. He is into drinking coffee and not doing much else besides flying the ship for the group. On Friday, we are not doing anything, but we will be starting up a game over on Diesel Shot, another friend of the channel, where they do a modified alien RPG sci-fi game, where I'm looking forward to joining in that. Saturdays, we play Waterdeep Dragon Heist. Sundays, we play Deadlands Reloaded, where we have Mitch, aka Penny for a Tail, who is there, and we both started his communist uprising in Montana and at the same time stopped it because he was being incredibly destructive for the town and a detriment to our bank robbing or our train robbing heist. So we had to encourage him to start a revolution, and then we kidnapped him so that his revolution would fail, and because he's part of our team. Mondays, we do 5th edition, a homebrew game. Tuesdays, I will be starting our Vampire the Masquerade, Phoenix by Night, where we managed to kidnap Cadence to join us there. Super excited to have her on our game. So if you're excited about fun vampires and cosplay and seeing another friend of Encounter Roleplay over on our channel, she will be there, or they will be there. Wednesdays is here, yeah. Oh, also, Octung Cthulhu on Tuesdays before Vampire the Masquerade. I have to remember that. I have so much to do on Tuesdays. So many costume changes. All right, yeah, that's me.
So my name's Elise. D&D Elise on social media like Twitter. I am also a published game designer, so you can find me on the DMs Guild. I make supplements for D&D 5e. Our most recent releases, I led which is Through the Veil, Tales of the Feywild. And I've been a part of a bunch of other projects, such as Blackstaff's Tome of Wizardry and the Great Dale Campaign Guide. So I dropped links in chat. And yeah, everyone have a good night.
All right, well, that's where you can find these lovely people throughout the week. One more time, I'm Savvy at Savvy Seaworth on Twitter. I'm here on Wednesdays, also on Monday nights, playing D&D in Song of the Deep with the wonderful Lydia and Half Hour Tournament GMing and crew. Every other night, I am on twitch.tv/game nights. This week, like Morgan said, we're playing The Sprawl on Friday in a game called Neon Souls. It's Friday night. You can come hang out with us. I don't know what we're doing right now. Probably screwing over a corporation. But tomorrow, we're having the finale of Elegant Suffering, which is the first season of the Good Society game that we play over there. So I'm very excited about that. There's going to be at least one wedding, possibly 3. So come hang out with us. And then on Sundays, I run a Monster of the Week game over there that is very long running. We're almost on episode 40 of my show, Slaying 101. It's really great. If you like this, you like that. So come hang out with us. But yeah, that is all for us today. Thank you one more time. Huge thank you to Machange Productions and iHunt. We love you so much, and we appreciate you. This is a great game, and thanks for doing what you are doing for us. We will be back 1 week from today, same time, same place, Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time for episode 3 of this show. Stick around because we are going to have a raid coming up. We're going to send you over to Ray, our friend with a brick. They are streaming right now with Anna, our wonderful Nymeria 941. They're playing Don't Starve Together. It's a really fun game. You should stick around. Mostly because she is going to be on tomorrow's show, the premiere of Defiant. It is, I am told, happening in a post-apocalyptic world where there are angels and demons and fallen gods and their power plays. It's going to be so awesome. So come hang out with us tomorrow. But stick around and hang out with Ray and Anna as they play Don't Starve Together. We will see you next week, and have a good night, everybody.